Take it to Sintown on the M10 right now. All the way to Sintown. What's up, dudes? Chooch back with another one. Today we're about to take the M10 for snow riding. Let's see what this little thing can do. This is with the stock knobby tire on it, and this is a good bit of snow. We've had about, I don't know, about 7 inches of snowfall. Some of it's melted as it's come down, but got a good little base going on. Let's see what it can do. What's up, guys? So this is the B-Goat M10-4. This little electric unicycle has really impressed me. I've had a total blast fooling around with this. I've gotten in a lot more riding just around the house. Just having fun, goofing off on this thing, seeing what you can do. It inspired me to build an entire backyard track. And I've built the track to where you can ride bigger wheels on it. It's really made for the bigger wheels, guys, but the smaller M10 is so much fun. If you have any acreage, any type of land, guys, all you really need is like a mattock, you know, basically like a pickaxe and then like a flathead shovel, and you can really make some incredible trails, guys. Just make some twists, make some single track trails and some little jumps to pop off of, and man, you can make something to have fun on for the kids right in the backyard, or even yourself. I mean, you'll probably find yourself out there having more fun than the kids, honestly, if you do make a little backyard track or something like that. But I broke ground on this and started it probably about, I'd say like 5 days ago, dudes, and I've been working at it really hard. Like if you saw it without the snow melted, the little track you're about to see me riding, it's really kind of in depth. I've had to really use the mattock to knock away some earth on the side of the mountain, pull it in. I made some berms in there, and that's why it rides really smoothly. But you can tell I'm so happy that you can actually ride it in the snow. I want to get the jumps worked in so that eventually I can even hit the jumps in the snow, and I think that will be some incredible video right there. Just being able to rip some jumps right in the backyard, guys, man, you can't beat that. But I got a buddy coming into town next week. He's going to be helping me really make these trails a lot better, make them longer. Ultimately, I think I can snake them around, and you know, if I keep them close enough together, and make it into like a few miles. M10-4, about to give y'all a little trail ride on this thing. This is my trail that I just recently built. I've been working on it like the past 4 or 5 days. I'm gonna make it a lot longer. I want to show y'all how this thing can rip on the trail. It's awesome. This is the trail I built. Yeah, I gotta see it whenever it's not snowing. It's epic. I made a full scale mountain bike track up here. Check it out. That's the big jump right there. So that's the huge jump I've been working on right there as well. And I can't send the M10 on that. The M10, hopefully, I might be able to get good enough to where I can like just hop it, like go gas it up with enough speed and then jump and send that gap eventually. But we'll see. But right now it's a little bit difficult to do that. But it's gonna extend all the way down here. I haven't finished the whole trail yet. The landing right here for the big jump, I've etched all this out so far. This is the big landing right here.
One sec.
Siri, shut up. All right, let's send it on this trail as fast as I can go on the M10-4 in the snow. Let's go. This thing's so much fun. So good. So guys, if you want to pick one of these things up, I think it's an incredible wheel for the price. You can take advantage of the Rev Rides Black Friday sale that's going on right now and stack the discounts. Use code CHOOCH50, the Chooch discount. You got to use code CHOOCH50, capital CHOOCH 50 all together. Chooch 50 all together. And use that at Rev Rides on top of the Black Friday sale discount that's going on, and you can really get this thing for a lot lower price. That's pretty much shaving like $100 off of this thing. So you're getting this thing right at $1,000, guys. And I mean, really take advantage of that. I think this is a great little wheel. Get it from E-Wheels, get it from Rev Rides, E-Rides, whatever you're comfortable with. The links are below, guys. Just if you've been watching the videos and you know, I steered you towards getting the M10-4. Make sure you use my links below to pick one up, because I've been having a ton of fun with this thing. I really have, guys. It's so much fun, dude. I think I can ride it faster on the M10 in the snow than I could on my bigger wheel. I don't know why. This trail just rips on the M10. This is the first time I've tried the M10 on it, seriously. I guess that showed. Ow. That's why you wear your lead guards. Ow. Even fooling around. Damn it. Ow. Oh, I'll probably mess my berm up there. I think I hit that rock when I came around that corner. Ow. Yeah. Definitely wear the lead guards. Probably should go put those on. Yeah, I hit it again. I keep hitting that rock right down that side. I knew, dude, that would be a hard obstacle to avoid. There's a big rock right there. I'm probably gonna end up taking that out with a pickaxe. Hit that twice just now. Woo! Alright, whip it that way, around that rock. Gotta be careful of the rocks. Gotta be careful of the rocks. Can't see them because of the snow, but they're there. Oh, yeah, they're there. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, say what? Say what? Switch. Go back around. Hit it the other way. Woo! Oh. Well, I guess one of the disadvantages of trying to drive it in the snow is that your power pads come off in the cold. Let's see. I'm gonna JB weld these things to the side of it. No more fooling around with this Velcro shit. I'm gonna JB weld this thing to the side of this. Oh. Pad now. Let's see if I can rip it with one power pad. This is gonna be much harder. I got one. We're missing a power pad. All right, let's see. Is it possible? Oh, that feels weird. Oh, it feels so weird. One power pad, gang. One power pad, gang. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, am I riding it better with one power pad? Is that the new trick? Is this the new thing to do? Oh, Lord. Oh, shit. That's a rock. All right. Phew. Oh. This is so much fun. Oh. Oh. Ah, shit. Mten down. I'm tearing up the trail and the wheel, but I'm having fun. That's all that matters. Y'all can tell I like the snow. I don't know if this is working in the trail or destroying it. Grip, grip, oh, grip, 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 grip. Alright, I gotta put it up before I tear it up. I'm having too much fun on it. Alright, let's navigate. All right, dude, so one thing to note, whenever you're done riding in the snow, you see your wheel is going to be covered and caked with snow, just like this, all over the place. Now, you could sit there and pick it off or whatever, but what I found the best thing to do is literally sit it in one of these shoe trays and just let it sit. Just let it sit. This garage is going to be warm. I got the little electric fireplace going over there, and I just let it sit there. And all that will melt down into that tray, and that tray will fill up with water. And eventually the water will evaporate out of there. You don't really need to do anything but wash the tray every now and then. Or either, if you really are worried about it, you can just dump the water out of the tray after all that melts out of there. But you want a tray down there, because if not, it'll do... Just imagine if all that melted out with all that mud and water all over the floor. And imagine if you were inside. I've done that before. I went for a long ride one day. And I came in and left the wheel propped up against the wall at the front of the house, and I didn't think it would be much. Like, I knew it would obviously be a little bit of water down there, dude, but it melted. There was so much snow caked in the wheel. It was like it flooded the entryway. It literally flooded the whole damn entryway of the house because it was so much snow, dude. So be careful with that. Those little shoe trays are the best thing in the world for it. And what you can do is just get a stand like this, get one of the 3D printed stands and sit it inside the shoe tray. And then you can sit your wheel up in the shoe tray and let all the snow just drain out of it. That's the best thing to do, guys, because, I mean, if you just leave it like this, it's literally just going to it'd be ideal if this sat up like this, so it would just drain straight down and away from the batteries. I probably will kind of stand it up, actually, against something like this. And just kind of leave it like, it's way better if you leave it standing straight up. See what I'm saying? Like that. Hold on. It's way better to leave it standing like straight up like that, because you just want the water to run straight down. You want the water to drain straight down. It might fall over because once one of those big chunks melts, it'll be a big old abrupt movement. But you just want that water just to melt downward into that tray over time. And then for the most part, I've done it. I've rode like in the snow for years on wheels, and I've caked them up where the whole entire inner part of it is just caked with snow, guys. Like, even on like wheels with shells like this, like imagine like cake and snow all in here, even with a knobby tire. And what I do the same thing. I just let it sit like that. I'm not guaranteeing it. So if something goes wrong with your wheel, don't run to one of the companies and be like, hey, Chooch said you could ride it in the snow. Because I'm not saying that at all. But I am saying that I've rode in the snow for years and I haven't had a problem with it, and it's a ton of fun. So if you want to try it, this is the way I let my wheels sit, just let the snow drain out of it. Anyways, dudes, here, dudes, I got the whole garage set up now. I put in this Armor All carpet. Kind of a pain in the butt. There's a few wrinkles in it and whatnot, but put in this carpet in here. Got a little miniature fireplace over here, dude. It's a little tiny one, but it's like perfect for whenever I come in. And it like puts off a little bit of heat, so I can put my shoes and stuff when they're covered in snow, like my jacket and stuff, and not fool with an actual big fireplace. But yeah, dudes. Phew. Thing made a mess right in the snow, getting mud everywhere. That's why you want one of the shoe trays. Definitely use the shoe tray. Because I just had it sitting right there for a minute, and I was like, man, I'm gonna put it in the shoe tray. That's what you gotta do. Anyways, dude, it's been Chooch. Hope you enjoyed the video. Throw the thumbs up if you did. I'll see you dudes in the next one. Peace.